All right, just rehearsing here for a gig with Nathan and Noah East this weekend. Really excited about that. But today on the podcast, we're talking about some NAMM shenanigans. The TCM Pro Team and I walked around the NAMM floor asking this simple question. Do you even gig, bro? Now, some of these answers we got were hilarious. Some of them were right on point. Some of them were a little cringy, but it's all good. Either way, the bottom line is this. Not everybody gigs. And you want to know the truth about it. Everybody talks, everybody posts, and everybody flexes, but not everyone is an actual working career musician. And that's why we exist, because everything you do as a career musician, whether you realize it or not, is an audition for the next thing. So these answers are real, like I said. And the most important thing is we can extract value out of each and every one of them. And the audition strategy matters. Why does it matter? Because if you know in the back of your mind that everything you're doing, people are watching for the next thing that could potentially happen, that's going to help you have the proper mindset, and it's going to help you prepare for whatever is coming your way. All these things combined, this is what builds your ethos, right? Your code of conduct. Now, we're going to get into it with some really cool musicians on the NAMM floor, like I said, producers, composers, players, you name it. But before we do, I have a really exciting announcement. We are going to start the Career Musician Green Room. Now, what's the Green Room? That's where all the real talk happens on any gig, right? You go to the Green Room, you have a snack, a little drink, and you talk to the cats that you're working with. This is where the true career musician stuff really happens. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, we are going to have a Career Musician Green Room hang. We want you to be there. It's going to start March 3rd. 2026 is going to be our maiden voyage, and we're looking for 50 founding members. The first 50 founding members are going to get a special deal. So be sure to click the link below in the show notes, and we will see you in the Green Room. Without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, and by the way, that is worthy of a pick drop. Hey, Nomad here with the Career Musician standing at NAMM looking at this amazing rig. I mean, that's crazy. I will tell you this. I thank goodness that I'm a musician and not a person that has to hang all the cool lights for the musicians. Speaking of which, let's go talk to some career musicians and find out, do you even gig, bro? What's the audition like? Hey, Nomad here at NAMM with two of the cats. We got Eric and Stanley. These are bad career musicians. We're going to ask you guys some questions. Do you even gig, bro?
Oh, that part. That part. To be honest, this is going to be different for me and you. So me, I don't gig. I don't desire to even have a gig. At this moment, I love running Dope Sticks Drumstick Company. I own my own drumstick company, and I have people that I pay that work for me. And it's a beautiful thing. When I do gig, I gig for myself, and I get to just play drums how I want to play drums. And it's just a beautiful thing just to be an owner of something. And when I touch these new Gretsch drums that I play, recently signing the Gretsch drums, it's a beautiful thing. So drums to me is like just my passion. So it ain't about an artist or being for that person. It's about me just being myself when I touch the instruments.
So that's what I call some real career musician pro.
It's definitely on another level.
Yes, sir. My man, how about you, Stanley?
Too much. I need a vacation. That's what I need.
All right, can I ask you guys another question real quick? Best and worst audition story.
Oh,
that's a point.
I got that one. This is an audition story, and this is why I love Aaron Spears. I love
God rest his soul.
Yes.
I toured with.
I got the Mario gig. I came to LA and I did an audition for Mario. Mario was like, yo, I want you to be my drummer, but all the TV dates, I want Aaron Spears. I was like, how? I was like, that's horrible. I will not at all be going on tour with you, Mario. That won't be happening. Thank you, Damo Farmer. I appreciate you, Damo Farmer.
Shout out to Damo.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I was like, no, that ain't gonna work. That's a church move. Super. You can play Offering, but you can't play Praise and Worship. Crazy, like TV. Damn. I love it. Yeah. Let's get the call for Stevie. I want to know.
Stevie, that's a great one.
Y'all done heard that story in a bunch of interviews.
It's all good. That's the one.
Give us the quick version for the career musician.
I get called up to a studio. I thought it was to hear other music. I'm sitting in the lobby of the studio.
Yeah.
Stevie walks in by himself, and I was like, oh shit, that's Stevie Wonder. We go to the back and meet him. We play giant steps for 2 hours.
Woo. Hey man, we're with the career musician.
The career musician?
Yeah, here at NAMM. Bro, we love what you do, and I just wanted to ask you, don't get thrown by this. Do you even gig?
Yes.
See, I know you gig. Hey, I got another question for you. Have you ever done an audition?
Yes.
You got any audition stories? Best, worst, first, last?
I tell my first one. I didn't even get through the first round of my first audition. It was multiple rounds. And my first audition, I went to Philly. I was at Berkeley in Boston, drove all the way to Philly. I think it was like 2 or 3 of us, so I wasn't the only one. Yeah, I didn't even get through the first round, bro. Here's the thing, it doesn't matter because I don't hold it against her.
But you're where you're supposed to be now.
But I'm where I'm supposed to be now.
What do you got in your future?
I'm going on a tour.
That's some real career musician shit right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Good vibes.
Man, always.
Yeah, man.
All right, I'm sure you're digging this episode with some really great answers. You're hearing real world experience right now. Imagine breaking these stories down deeper. That's exactly why the Green Room exists. Launching March 3rd, we're going to have weekly breakdowns where we sit and talk about the real stuff that us career musicians encounter. And we're also going to pull out some gems from the vault. We have over 200 episodes now of the Career Musician Podcast, and we got some killer episodes from back in the day. We're going to pull those gems out and really analyze them to talk strategy. This is a community of real working musicians. It's super chill. It's a vibe. There's no prerequisites. You don't have to be super pro. Even if you're a beginner and you want to go pro, you can still join us. Everything you do as a career musician is basically an audition for the next. And that being said, I created a free guide called Audition Secrets. This is the stuff that people don't really talk about. And in fact, in this community, it's not a secret. I'm going to divulge everything to you in this guide. You want to check it out. It's just 3 steps to nailing the audition and getting the gig. Check it out in the show notes or click this QR code and we will see you in the green room, my friends. Be there or be square.
Okay, I'm here with
Trevan,
and what do you do?
artist, singer, songwriter, producer, spontaneous dancer.
And let me ask you, do you even gig, bro?
Oh, we gig all the time. It's my primary source of income.
Awesome. And do you ever audition for these gigs?
Yeah, I had to audition. I play at City Walk regularly now, but when I started, I had to literally, they're like, all right, we're going to give you 40 minutes and you just play and we're going to see how it goes. And it went really well. And now I'm there as a City Walk regular on the weekends.
So the audition worked out in your favor.
It did. It did. I felt confident because I knew my style and vibe going in was going to align with what they like and what they're looking for. I think that's a helpful thing when you're going in for any kind of an audition. You want to have a sense of what they're looking for and make sure you align with it as best you can.
I love it. We at the Career Musician are helping musicians get paid doing what they love, which is music. So do you have any tips for any young musicians out there?
I guess you have to define your parameters of what you feel good about doing. I started out as a guy in bands, of course. I had no interest in covers, but then that became a huge part of my journey in recent years. Most of the money I was making, but also you get to learn a lot from that process. So I guess there's an element of being open to things you wouldn't normally expect. But also, you have an innate magnetism within your being, and that's going to draw things to you as long as you get the clearer you can get on what it is you're wanting to aim at. I know I want to be an artist, I want to be a singer, I want to be a performer. I also want to be a writer-producer, so I started learning Pro Tools. I started being able to do songwriting sessions, producing other artists. What's up, guys? I'm Trevan, and I'm a career musician. Do you gig, bro?
Hey, Nomad here with the Career Musician with my good buddy Michael Lington. Jazz, sax, pop, R&B, everything, all-encompassing sax, great. And we have worked together quite a bit.
We have.
Yes, I love those
By the way,
days.
you're one of my most viewed videos from Las Vegas. Remember when we showed that thing? Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, 2 easy questions.
Yes.
Number 1, do you even gig, bro?
Do I even gig? One of my greatest gigs is racing my son. Oh. I love that gig. I think more than any other gig I've ever done.
That's your gig. I love that, man.
It's one of my favorite gigs.
What a great, that's a great answer. Okay, next.
Yeah.
Best, worst, favorite, least favorite audition. An audition that you're like, that really stood out.
You know what was interesting, actually? So I auditioned for Michael Bolton many years ago. And for some reason, I didn't get it. I had never found out why. But I ended up touring with Michael for 3 years. Later on, he called me and says, I want you to come out on the road with me and be my opening act.
Look at that.
I don't even think he remembers that I auditioned for him. And I never said anything.
Wow.
Just in case. He didn't change his mind.
That's an awesome audition story, man.
So
that's so good.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you up to lately? What are you doing?
I'm balancing touring life, making music, recording music and raising a family.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And some people say balancing, there's no balance. It's all work, it's all music. For me, I don't agree with that. I love the balance. I came back last night from a little week in Florida. I'm home with my family for about 4 or 5 days, and I go back to Florida on Wednesday. So I feel I have both of the best of both worlds. So I love that gig. That's just worked for me.
That's amazing. Would that be like your word of advice to other career musicians coming up to find that family work balance?
I think it depends where you're at in your career. I think if you are younger and you're trying to do things or you're trying to make things happen, I think you have to concentrate a little more on your craft and everything that goes around the craft. How you show up is a big thing. And the craft is important, but how you show up and how you're perceived is a really important thing to build. So while you have the time before you get too busy with the family, you concentrate on that. And then hopefully you'll get to a point where you can do the balance thing.
Great advice, brother. Thank you for being on the Career Musician.
And by the way, I watched your show many times, and it's fantastic.
Mitch Gallagher, Sweetwater.
Yeah,
man.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, same here. So thank you for joining us on the Career Musician Podcast.
My pleasure.
I got a question for you.
All right,
Don't get thrown by this one. You ready?
Yeah.
Do you even gig, bro?
I gig all the time. Yeah, I have a monthly gig at a club in Fort Wayne where my jazz band plays. I play with 2 other rock bands at church 3 weeks out of the month. I'm always out playing. I love to play.
Okay, next question, super easy.
Yeah.
You have any audition stories? Best or worst audition?
I don't think I really have any audition stories, no.
Really? You never had to audition?
You get together with people and you try out for bands or whatever, but yeah, nothing terrible.
I love
Either
that.
get the gig or you don't get the gig, and it's all good.
I love that. Nice and low key.
Yeah, man.
There you have it from the man himself, Sweetwater, Mitch Gallagher. Bam.
Great to see you, buddy.
Same here.
Enjoy NAMM.
Okay, I'm here with
Amayita.
and what do you do?
I'm a DJ, a producer. I now own a business and throw my own events and recording artist.
I love it. And do you have an Instagram or a TikTok handle?
Yeah, it's Amayita 808 Mommy.
Ooh, a mommy in there. Okay. Do you even gig, bro?
I do. Gig bro. Gig bar.
And then do you ever audition?
No, I just rehearse for them. Yeah.
Okay, so like a word of mouth.
Basically, yeah.
Got
I'm
it.
using social media as a tool. I feel like that's definitely helpful.
Can you tell me more about using social media as a tool?
Yeah, absolutely. I usually love to post content that feels authentic and organic, that I feel is going to relate to my audience. And then I just use hashtags. I feel like hashtags are still in 2026. And from there, I just reach out. I like to send personal messages too, so that way people know that I'm not just posting, but I'm also connecting with the people that I have.
Like you're a real person.
Exactly. So that's always useful.
I love it. You sound like a real career musician pro. Lastly, what is your favorite hashtag?
Amayita music events. Thank you.
Hey, Nomad here, the Career Musician, with 2 of the most baddest career musician pros ever. Keith Eaddy on bass, Davy Nathan on keys. I got a question for you. Do you even gig?
Only reason I'm not gonna be here much fun is I gotta go to a gig.
Yes, life is one big gig.
Best answers ever. All right, next big question. Best, worst, or first audition?
I just got the gig.
You just got to
I
get.
just got the gig.
Bro, but people got to know you. It's not just who you know, but who knows you.
That's right.
I've been lucky too. Most of the auditions I've done, I knew the person that was doing the hiring. It was like, man, just use Keith. Worst auditions is the one, it was a rock thing. Best advice they gave me, said, wear your bass a little lower when you're doing rock.
Last question. Where do you think we're going in the future with AI and all this stuff?
I think we're gonna go back to organic music. People playing real instruments, real songs, real stuff.
Agreed, I like that. I don't think we're ever lose the human element, and that's always important. But I think we'll find creative ways to make the AI work for us and not us to work creative.
Hey, best thing you want to see in NAMM?
And NAMM, the people, honestly. I'm here for the people.
I'm with him. I like running the people.
The people, my homies.
My guy, love you guys. Love you too.
Question for you. Do you even gig, bro?
Do I gig?
Yeah.
I gig a lot. Yes, I do. So this is heaven for me right now. It's fantastic.
Love it. And getting those gigs, do you ever audition for them?
I don't know if it's audition per se. It's like online audition because they have to see what you do. And then usually word of mouth and people go, oh, that's what I need for a certain gig. And I've been very fortunate in that regard.
Word of mouth is the name of the game. Can you tell me about your best or worst experience on a gig or audition?
On a gig, one of my worst was in LA because I play a lot internationally. And one of my worst in LA was I showed up at a beautiful show and I was playing with an electronic musician who told me I was supposed to play at 11 for half an hour. And he made me wait until 1 a.m. And so I stood there like an absolute idiot on the side waiting to play. And I played at 1 a.m. for half an hour. And he refused to pay me for the overtime. So that was one of my worst. That was waste of time.
I'm getting trauma just hearing that story. And then tell me about one of your favorite gigs you've ever done.
My favorite gig was actually in Tunisia, my home country. I played in this beautiful Roman amphitheater in front of 7,000 people who bought tickets to see my show. So that was one of the crowd. I went there with the microphone, about to sing and play. And I looked at everyone and I was like, what are you all doing here? Thank you. And everyone started laughing as if I was a nutcase, but that was beautiful. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. You sound like a real career musician pro. Thank you.
Thank you for talking to me.
Oh man, you got a good voice. You sound like a DJ.
Oh no, today I have a good voice. I'm going to have a nasal, whiny voice in about half an hour.
All right.
So
We got the legend JJ Blair. You see him online all the time, which by the way, I love how you understood the medium shift and you started presenting your concepts, knowledge, and wisdom on the socials.
Yeah. You know what? And the entire thing was, I had an assistant a few years ago who said, you should be on Instagram. It'd be really, I'm like, really? He goes, yeah. You got things people want to see. So I was doing some stuff. And the main shift was one day I was done with the session. I'm just down there on board. And I'm like, I'm just going to do what I always do with my friends is I'm going to break out some of these multi-tracks and show some interesting stuff. I didn't think I would be able to get away with it from the bots. I thought the bots would shut me down. And then it turned out I could do it. But more importantly, it just started blowing up. And I'm getting a call, like I see my phone ring. It's Freddie Washington, who's the bass player in Steely Dan and so many great hits over the years. He's like, Jay, man. And I hadn't seen him for like years. He's like, man, I watched that video. I loved it. You guys. And then I kept doing this thing where people would run into me or I'd walk into a session. People I never met, people just start telling me the little videos. So I'm like, all right, I just do it purely. I'm not making money. I just do it out of the love in it. And then it's nice at NAMM. I had people are waiting in line to see Rick Beato. They came up and they're like, oh my God, I love your videos. And I'm like,
because you're right there, man. You're doing it.
Yeah. So I'm right most of the time. And I try to share, I just try to share my enthusiasm for how much I love music, songwriting, recording, the process. And I think I know a little more than the average bear. And if I can share what I know and it helps somebody else, I love that.
Absolutely. Bro, I'm a studio rat and a touring guy myself, but you're mostly a studio rat pretty much your whole career. You've worked with some of the legendary of legend acts. I do want to ask you a question. We all at some point have to audition as musicians, producers, engineers.
I had to do that?
Yeah. Do you have any audition stories?
I remember my very first professional audition as a musician, like in LA, right? Not just, hey, come join our band, but someone who was going to go out on tour. Have your rig together when you go there. I brought an amp that I had just gotten, and every time I'd step on the lead thing, it blew everybody out of the room. The singer is the most important thing. And I was young. I was like 21, 22. And I think you're going to love my licks. No, you're going to love the fact that I'm not going to step on the singer and I'm going to create a space and I'm going to sound like the record. So that's if you're a musician. And in any job, personality. Sometimes I have a little bit too much personality for something, even if it's a positive personality. Yeah. There are people that kind of need to be the alpha in the room. And I'm not a shrinking violet, and I like having fun. I like cracking jokes, and I've had people not dig me, not because I'm not good at my job, but I was just the wrong personality type. If you're a musician, you're playing for 1 hour a day, be the person they want to be with for the other 23 hours.
Best advice.
And it is like that. I know guys who can play circles around all kinds of people, and they're great on the bandstand, but no one wants to be in a fucking tour bus with them. And be that person that you want on the tour bus. Know when to shut the fuck up.
Amazing. I love that advice. I always say eyes and ears wide open, mouth shut. Yeah. Especially when you get in the room behind those closed doors with the glass in the studio and you're not the main act, so to speak.
You're not the main character.
Yes, not the main character.
And for engineers, that is something I really try to impart on engineers. It's about that guy there creating. Don't make it about your process. Don't make him wait. Be fast, be efficient. Don't worry about getting the absolute don't go, hey, let me try these 5 mic pre's to see know your shit, so that he can go in there when the vibe is right and you can hit the red button and get the magic. Don't impede the magic.
Right.
So do your homework before they come in, and so they can just feel at ease and create.
I love it. And always be in red.
Oh, yes. Yeah, tape's not cheap now. Tape's really expensive. What's cheap? Zeros and ones.
Digital.
Just keep it running.
That's right.
Keep it. There's
Never
to
stop.
not be in record.
That's right. Love it.
And yeah, I've seen people get fired because they weren't in record.
They weren't in red. Dude, I say that all the time. And the other day, my daughter, who's 18, she's a guitar player, she goes, Dad, what do you mean by being in red? So I had to break it down.
Now, one of the coolest records I ever did, which was because in between takes, some people started screwing around. I hit record, and then a whole concept was born out of those 30 seconds.
Beautiful.
And we and based on the idea that came, and it would have been gone, and we would have been able to cycle it and hey, this could be something. And
that's right.
Make a whole record based on what happened in those 30 seconds. So for engineers too, by the way, we want to get the best sound, but I always call this the Al Green principle. If you listen to Al Green record, the fidelity of here's Steely Dan, here's Al Green, but the vibe, the performance, the songs are up here, and that's what people hear. People, I listen to Jagged Little Pill, which sold 24 million records. I hear the blackface ADAT, drives me a little bit nuts. The 24 million people who bought it don't care. They hear the songs, they hear the emotion, they hear the performance, they hear what they relate to. So remember, that's the most important thing. Don't don't be the main character. That's the main character. And so just whatever you have to do, fix it later, figure out a way to fix it later. Hire someone else like me who can fix it later. Just get that magic as good as you can. Make it super good enough. And that's don't listen to those people who say, make sure you're using the right mic pre. Fuck those guys.
See, there's no rules when creativity is in effect. All right, last thing. The other day I saw you, looked like you had a space helmet on. You were about to crush some serious snow. Bro, you're killing it out there.
If I could do that professionally, I would do that. There is nothing that makes me happier than danger on new snow.
I was gonna say, bro, there's no way I would do it. You went to the edge, it was straight down, it was so scary. It was almost 100% vertical drop.
That's about the entrance is about 60 degrees, which is about the most you can get.
60, gang.
And then it goes down to maybe 45 after the entrance, but it's...
Wow, so that's a passion of yours as well.
I make records so I can go to Alaska and go heli skiing.
I love it, man. Any advice, last words of advice to the career musician out there, wants to do what you do, kick-ass producer, engineer, make records, make hits, especially now with the AI and everything else?
Remember, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. And what that means is, if you have a goal, that is the main thing. And the people who are successful, it's not so much because they're talented, it's because they're relentless. And if you're relentless, you will make up for your talent with preparation. I'm not the best musician, but I've gotten some really great gigs because I am prepared. They know I am prepared, that I will show up, I will know everything. And the guy who's maybe a little bit better than I am will come in and phone it in. So be prepared that when something breaks your way, you don't screw the pooch. You are the man, and you showed up, and they remember that, and people remember your attitude. But if you are relentless, and I don't mean, hey man, you got a gig, not that guy. Just
not desperate.
Show up with the attitude of being of service. Quick story. Steven Stills has come into my world. You've heard of him, right?
Of course.
I got asked to come over and help with something completely below my pay grade. I'm just I am so happy to show up. I love this man's music. I've come to love this man as a human being. I'm just going to show up and do this thing that is beneath me. And next thing I know, based on that, I'm playing guitar with him and Neil Young at the Greek Theater last summer, playing songs. I'm sitting there going, oh my God. And that's just because I just showed up in the attitude of service. How can I be helpful? And people notice that.
Man, I love that. Thank you, Mr. JJ Blair.
No, man, it was really great meeting you.
I'm here.
Thanks for shaking me down.
Do you even gig, bro? I do, but I'm super new. I've been here for 3 weeks. I've done 6 or 7 gigs, and I'm just trying to get out in the scene and know where to go. But it's still brand new territory for me because I'm from Australia. Love it. And do you want to do music for a living? Yeah. 100%. So I was doing it a lot in Australia, touring, and Australia's got a bit of a ceiling with where you can tour because it's just such a big country with not a lot of people everywhere. Yeah, 100%. And do you ever have to audition for a gig?
I have, but it's the type of gig. So when I first started out, I was looking at more reality TV show based things and stuff like that. But now I just purely focus on my original music. And I think it just took a lot of trial and error to figure out where I wanted to fit in the industry. This didn't work out. So that's not the best for me. It's finding out my own style and what works for who I am.
I love it. And last question.
Do you have any situations where you auditioned and it was either the best thing ever or the worst thing ever?
I have, definitely. I also have a lot of friends that have. So there was one audition I had, which was the worst thing ever, where you got locked in a room. They didn't say anything for hours. They were like, oh, you're going to be next. And then they just really never came back. And I ended up having to leave because I was tired, hungry.
Did they lock you in there?
They were like, yeah, I got it. They were pretty bad. It was for a show, but that's also why I just focus on my solo stuff.
Smart. After that experience, yes. Thank you very much.
That's okay.
I'm here with Chris Morganizm, career musician here, and my brother. So nice to meet you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Let me ask you a question. Do you even gig, bro?
What's a gig, bro?
What's a gig, bro? Everything we do is a gig.
That's right.
I got another question for you. Best, worst, first audition? Any audition stories?
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's Angie Stone.
Angie Stone.
Yeah.
Great. God bless you.
Yeah, God bless her. So I was late to the audition. It was like my first major label artist gig. I was terrified. I showed up late and she was working out of our studios in New York. She walked into me. She says, what do you do? And I'm like, I play guitar. She was like, come here, let me hear what you got. So our manager was like, oh no, we're out of time. Went in there and I played a couple notes. She said, you got the job. I'll see you tomorrow.
What?
That was the best. The worst, I went in for audition. I went to play and my hand cramped and I couldn't open my hand the whole gig. And so I had to go and drink water. And by the time my hand opened up, the audition was over.
Man, those are some fantastic stories. My dude, the career musician, bro. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thanks,
man. I am standing here with the great Knick Smith, piano player, and we played together 170 years ago with Mr. Kirk Whalum, another great jazz musician.
Right.
Nick,
And,
good to see you.
It was Kurt Whalum, Everett Hart, Antoine Peter White.
Yeah. Right.
Guitar and saxon.
Guitar and sax is 1999. We were still in the 1900s. Get out of here. Nick, I got to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Do you even gig, bro?
Off and on. More no than yes.
More no. All right, what's keeping you busy these days?
Basically, I'm doing independent stuff, Zoom lessons. I'm working on a new project. I have some shows coming up, so I've been kind of lucky.
Where do you think we're headed with AI and all this stuff?
Honestly speaking, the technology is great, but it should not control us. We should control it. Exactly.
So as a jazz musician in 2026, what are you going to do?
You know what? The musicians need to band together like the actors did.
Yes.
Because the actors' images was being used, but they weren't getting paid. So that's going to happen to us if we don't come together.
We got to band together.
We got to band together. Unity strengthens and division weakens.
Say that again.
Unity strengthens and division weakens. Yep.
Right here, Knick Smith, a career musician. My dude. Absolutely.
Man,
Love it, man.
Yep.
A career musician at NAMM with Corey James. What's up? 2 questions.
Right.
You ready? The first one's hard.
Okay.
Do you even gig?
Sometimes. I try my best.
Tell us about some of your gig work. What do you do?
I mainly play drums. Right now, I just got off the road with an artist named Chesil.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun, and I've been touring with a couple other artists. Stockwell, great singer. Just doing a lot of whatever I can get kind of things.
Very cool. I got another question.
Yeah.
Do you have any audition moments that are memorable? Best, worst?
The most memorable audition, worst experience I had was they already had a band. Felt like they were just going through the motions. The best audition experience I had was the MD was super nice. He's like, don't worry about this one. I'll get you another one kind of thing. You know everybody, you know the MD. They're just trying to go through the motions. It's whatever, but it's when you have nice people.
That makes all the world of a difference. That's it. Yeah. Hey, if you have any advice for career musicians out there who are like, man, I just want to get on. I really want to make something happen.
Just keep trying, man. It's the hardest thing in the world to be an artist. You just got to keep going. There's been so many times where I felt like I wanted to quit.
Yeah.
So many times. You're still, and you just got to keep going. If this is really what you love and want to do, there's nothing else.
What do you think's going to happen with the future of music with AI?
Gosh, I've thought a lot about this. I'm hoping that live music picks up.
Prevails, right? Yeah.
The world is going to be saturated with AI music. I think hopefully that'll push musicians being in the spotlight again. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like live music.
Thank you so much for being on the Career Musician. Of course. All right, brother.
We'll do it.
Yeah, man. The man, the legend right here, Bobby. Welcome to the Career Musician Podcast.
What's up, brother? How's everything?
All right, man. We're good. We just saw each other at the movie premiere.
I know, man.
We got in the house.
Yeah, man. 2 times in 1 week.
That's right.
See, that's the power of music. It draws us together.
Man, I couldn't agree more. Hey, let me ask you a question, bro. Throughout your career, working with all the legendary acts you've worked with, did you ever have to do an audition of any kind, studio, live, anything?
No, I think it's one of them things where music meant opportunity, and it's being prepared at that moment to capture the moment and really deliver. And music's one of them deals where just being able to be ready and take on that opportunity and rise to the occasion. That's what they say, life is an occasion, you got to rise to it. And we like to think we have it, but I think a lot of the experience and a lot of the mentorship, what I've been able to learn in the game, really prepare me for that moment.
Man, I love that, bro. That's like the best words of wisdom you can tell anybody. Where do you see the future right now for music with AI AI and everything that's going on?
I think AI is just no different than anything else that we've experienced in music. It's a tool. More than anything, music isn't a digital experience, it's a human experience. And I think it's going to get more back to the human element because that's what's needed right now in music. Without the human element, music, it doesn't exist. And music's the most divine language. It's the only language that bypasses the brain and goes straight to the heart. I really believe that it's going to be more about the human element more than anything. I mean,
I love that. Music for humans, by humans.
That's it, absolutely. You're scoring a film, right? So it's like AI can't do that. You got to capture the moment and the feeling and the emotion at the time in the scene where it lays. And you were able to do that very well with the movie, just watching what I was able to experience. That to me is what's going to be more needed and what's going to really feel that's where it's going to go. The human element.
Bobby Ross, the legend. Thank you so much, brother.
My pleasure.
All right,
respect, brother.
Good to see you again. Twice in the same week.
Hey, that's great.
That's
I love it.
Hey, Nomad, the career musician at NAMM 2026 with YAGKI. What's up, bud?
What's up, homie?
All right, man. What are you doing here?
We're just here to check out the new tech and run some interviews too.
I love it, bro. I'm so glad to have you on the podcast.
Word.
So what's your mission? What do you guys do?
We're a bunch of artists, hip hop heads, DJs, lyricists, MCs, vocalists. We just all wanted to come together after the pandemic. We needed a new outlet. We started doing this on Twitch once we lost all the gigs, and yeah, it's been like fun ever since.
That is awesome, bro. I gotta ask you, have you ever had to audition? All right, let me ask you another question. You ready? Don't get thrown by this one. All right. Do you even gig, bro?
Yes, we do gig. Yeah, we do quite a few gigs.
YAGKI, you're looking pretty slick, man.
Thank you. You too, Nomad.
Thank you, bro. Now here's the real YAGKI, my homie.
That's my twin. Oh, wait, I tried to talk at the same time, but...
Thank you so much for joining us on The Career Musician.
Yes, thank you for having us.
All right, that wraps part one of Do You Even Gig, Bro? At NAMM. If you're paying attention, I'm sure you're noticing some patterns of the musicians who are actually working. They think differently. They move differently. They prepare. But most of all, they have confidence, not arrogance. Remember this, methods change, principles remain. What that means is, it doesn't matter how you get there. The point is that you just get the job done. Back in the day, we used to record the tape. Now we record in our laptops or on our phones. The bottom line is the method of recording has changed, but the principle remains. We still record. Same concept. So an audition might mean a line around the block and you got to get in the studio and show your best stuff. That's one way of auditioning. Another way of auditioning now is maybe you pick up your phone and you just record yourself and you say, or maybe somebody just sees you on social media doing your thing and that was your audition. You get the DM. Again, the methods change, the principle remains. Doesn't matter how you get the job done, just as long as you do it. Next episode, part 2, drops next week, so don't miss it. If you're serious about getting the gig and keeping the gig, then you're going to want to join us inside the green room. It launches March 3rd. Do not miss it. Let's build your real career in music so you can make music your business. Stay tuned, my friends.
What's up, guys? I'm Trevan, and I'm a career musician. Do you gig, bro?
I'm just a nomad, nowhere man. I know